How was it? How was it? How was it?
I'm freaking out right now.
Yep. We'll talk about it after, but I just needed to catch like our like immediate after like freak out on camera. We're also trying to like shove our books back in bags. Okay, so we just like went through the whole like signing hall and we got a lot of free trinkets and we didn't spend any money, which I felt like was good. And so like here's a picture kind of everything, but what I didn't include in the picture is like these bracelets that I've gotten. I'll do a haul, like I'm not filming it today because we have a masquerade ball to go to, but I'll do a haul, but I'm probably not going to show you like every single sticker I got. Also, it might change a bit because we're going to a trading thing where you can like trade trinkets. So some of my trinkets might change. I'm tired, really tired. Lia Mara is like asleep on the table next to me. Yeah, but like we met Brigid Kemmerer, so that's like amazing. And I don't know like how soon the recording starts. I don't think this was in it, but she recognized me. She was like, "Oh my gosh, like your dress looks so good in person," and I was like, because she's been like responding to like posts that I make about like the dress progress, and when I finally posted like the final product, she like reshared it, and she told me to like tag her in whatever I post about this convention and she'll reshare it. It's like being noticed by an awesome author. And this we did get on recording, so I'm sure you saw, but we were correct about my random theory that I texted Lia Mara one night. I was right. Salem the cat does symbolize Tycho's trauma and hesitance to trust people. But guys, okay, I have tiny business cards at like a convention, like a Comic-Con or like whatever. Usually I would give them to people who are taking my picture, but that's not really the culture here, so we've just been getting a lot of compliments, and I definitely should have been like, oh, thank you, like here. But look, they're so cute. So this is like my hand, and they're so little, and they're so cute, and I love them. And so what I'm gonna do is when we go to like the trading thing, if I make a trade with anyone, they also get a little business card. But I'll have more left over from my next convention, which is in 2 weeks. Yay, I get to go back and just start con crunching again. One lady thought this was my natural hair. I don't know how many other people thought this was my natural hair. It's because it's like slipping back, but I'm letting it because my roots are brown, so it creates like a false hairline because this is not a lace front. And also, I always do that trick where I take the two front pieces and pull them behind my ear to also do that, but yeah. Oh, I bought like a little like pack of like little things. I'll talk probably more about this in my haul, but I thought I lost one, so I went to buy and bought a new one, and then I found the old one. But it was okay, they were only $4 each, so it was completely fine. And then I guess my only other story is like from Earl. Well, also, how are you feeling after going to all of those romance, talking to all those romance book authors where they like to describe their books?
Their book, okay, it was the covers and the questionable bookmarks and the one
that was a really bad bookmark. That was like
the video on the screen.
The video on the screen, yeah.
That was
my question though, like, did that seem like AI to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was AI.
Yeah, that was AI.
I don't really know. Like, I don't know. That makes me think like the art in the background was like also AI. Yeah. Especially
the art
because
in the back did look like AI.
Yeah, because there was also in the videos there was like it was like a video screen that was like advertising the book, and we're not gonna say which author this is because I don't want to take away from an author's business because of that. Like, you can have your own opinions. But like I'm assuming she wrote the book. If she used AI to write the book, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
If she used AI for like the covers of her books, that's also a problem.
That's also
a problem. Yeah, that's where you should commission an actual artist. Personally, I don't agree with using the AI art to like advertise her book at the convention, but like it's not enough that I'm going to like be like, hey, it was this author, don't buy her stuff. I mean, don't buy her stuff if you're
her stuff was
innocent at all.
A little questionable.
It was a little questionable, but it was all these different clips. The other thing that screamed AI is there it was never the same scene because AI doesn't know consistency. So once it changes to another shot, it's like gonna be different. So it was all like one shot things. It was like of the characters. And not always their clothes.
Yeah. That was a good way to...
We don't need YouTube like marking my video, be like, hey.
Yeah.
No. But yeah. So between the panel and that one lady who was just like yapping forever, and she kept talking about how like her books were like super spicy and they had like age gaps, and then at one point she asks us like what we do, like, do you work, are you in school? We're like, yeah, we're students.
We're students, like.
And then she keeps describing her like explicit age gap romance novels, and we couldn't like get away. She wouldn't stop yapping.
Yeah, it was bad. I like zoned out and just started listening to whatever music they were playing in the background.
I was trying not to pass out because I was dehydrated, hungry. My head hurts. I've been standing for a while. My feet hurt. That seems like a running theme for some reason at most conventions. By the end of the day, I'm trying not to pass out. We're sitting down right now.
Yeah.
Obviously. But the two ladies who were like also dressed up and they were at their stall with the books.
Yeah.
They
were
kept
so nice.
I know. And they were saying like so many people have been telling us like there's two girls like dressed like
We're famous.
We're famous, guys. But I should have given them my business card. My teeny tiny cute ones.
They're so tiny.
I know. I didn't want to waste printer ink. But they ended up being really cute. Yeah. We already showed, but oh yeah, I got more ribbons. We got more ribbons. We have 2 ribbons now. Yeah. Someone was like trying to, like someone was talking to us. It's like, oh, what are your names? Oh, like Harper. No. Wish our names were Harper and Lia Mara. Those are cool names.
Those are cool names.
They are cool names. That would be great. Okay, but sorry, you can go back to sleep now.
Bedtime.
I'm just gonna yap about the 70s. Just the 70s. No. So there was some controversy. Sparkly controversy. I'm really tired, guys. Ugh. Okay. Sparkly controversy about the convention, about an author being here who, I don't know why I'm trying to censor myself. It's because people have been like, because the story I'm trying to tell you has to do with me and someone else having to sort of like use code language to communicate about something, and it was really funny in my opinion. So I'm still using code language because I feel like we're not supposed to talk about it at the convention. There was an author who wrote fan fiction about a couple from a book that is very popular, but the author is not very popular. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's not a canon ship. It's not a ship that I get behind. And she ended up changing it a bit and got it published. And she was going to be here. And then most of the authors pulled out because she pulled out. And then the other authors still pull out. Like, too many pulled out. It was like, there were, what was our total count? 34 authors who are here?
33.
33 authors are here. And the list for like ones who pulled out is like off the screen. So that happened. So obviously there might be a little tension in the air regarding anything from that fandom. Now obviously it's not just related to like the author and her actual works, because she does not profit off of fan fictions. But there's another thing that involves the 70s. And yeah. And it's very prevalent on my channel. And I made a comment about, I was at like a booth that had, I'll put their thing on the screen. Go check them out because their stuff is amazing. They had like lots of like pins and things, which I'm easily distracted by, like pins and stickers and stuff. And one was like, it was referencing AO3, and it was like a computer, but the text on the screen was, at this point, canon is a suggestion. And I was like, to Lia Mara, I was like, that is so, I'll say it right now, that is so Marauder's core. And the person there overheard me, and she was like, hey, we don't have any of it here, but check out my Etsy shop. But like, be quiet about it. We were told basically don't bring that stuff. It was a suggestion, but we were essentially told don't bring that stuff. So I went on to her Etsy shop, and the stuff there is so amazing, especially the stuff from the 70s. I'm realizing like I'm using the same code, so I'm about to like ruin the like I feel like cleverness of what I was able to do spontaneously when talking to her. So then I basically wanted to go back over and tell her like I'm not gonna buy anything right now, but I will be buying things. So I told her, I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm not buying anything from here, but you will have a very large Etsy order soon. And I was specifically not like I assumed she'd be able to like fill that in because I didn't want to say it because she had been like kind of being like secretive about it, like we're not really gonna talk about it. And she was like, oh, okay, like that's good. And she was like, yeah, she was like, I think that's when she was more talking about how like they weren't allowed to like have it there. And I was like, well, like it's really cool stuff. And then I basically said, you know, actually there was a time I was in London with some friends and we were seeing a play that shall remain unnamed. And she was like, okay, yep, I know the one you're talking about. And I was like, yeah. So we were going to some shops that were related to that. And one of them, and this is where it's not as funny because you've heard me use this as code this whole time, but I was coming up with this on the spot, and I just feel clever with myself for instead of saying like play that won't be named, I was like, one of the shops was very 70s coded. And she started laughing because I'm just that clever. Guys, I can't flip my hair. There's like hairpins in this. It's so heavy. When I do this, I don't have a headache anymore. That's what's giving me the headache. And I was like, so like obviously my friends and I got like a bunch of stuff there. So very excited about your stuff on Etsy. And she was like, ah yes, I love your use of code. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So yeah, that was like a really fun interaction. And yeah, and my Etsy cart is currently $115. Actually, it was $98. And then Liam, I'm like, that seems like a lot. And I'm like, Lia Mara's like, you have like 4 mugs in there. How about you take out one of the mugs? I go, okay. So I take out the mug and I replaced it with a t-shirt that says the same thing, but it's like $20 more expensive.
Or hear me out, you don't get the t-shirt or the mug.
And instead, I get that other sweater I saw that was Regulus Black swim team. Guys, it was like a sports like sweater for like a swim team, but like it was like Regulus. It's like for a swim team. If you don't know the 70s lore, and you're watching this, you're like, okay. If you do know, so I can get that, and that's even more expensive than the t-shirt. But I need the t-shirt. No.
Save the money.
I need the t-shirt because the t-shirt says "Hot girls love Regulus Black."
Okay.
And I love Regulus Black.
I know you do.
So apparently I'm a hot girl.
Of course you are.
I'm also, according to some of the stickers and bookmarks I got today, I'm also a good girl. Because one of them says good girls read dark romance, and I read dark romance, so I'm a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was slightly. Okay, we're gonna stop being suggestive on camera.
You're all tired, okay?
No, that was me. You didn't. If you watch like the playback of this, I was like getting flirty with the camera.
Oh,
it was.
That's great.
It's okay. Great. Yep, I'm really tired. And I'm like yapping nonsense. Yay. Also, I lost my tote bag and I'm so sad. So they gave us like tote bags and they had stickers in them. And I was gonna have mine. I took it out of my bag like when I was like giving my books to Brigid Kemmerer, and I was going to have all the other authors sign it, and then we go over to put our books back in my bag and it's gone. And I look back like where I was just standing and it's not there, and I dig through all my bags and it's just poof, gone. I'm not upset about the tote. Okay, I do really love tote bags, so I am kind of upset about that. There were stickers in it, and I also really love stickers, and they were all book themed and like, stickers.
Yeah, but you got more free stickers to make up for it.
I did get so many more free stickers, But I would have liked the authors to sign it. And then I remembered, like,
that's true.
once we walked out of the signing hall, that they were also selling tote bags for Romance Con, so I could have bought one for them to all sign. I'm an idiot.
We could go back in there.
I kinda don't wanna.
I don't either.
I don't have enough energy to.
Really?
You can tell I'm out of energy when you say, oh, we could go to there's like a reverse signing where you can write notes to authors. You're like, we can write Brigid a note. I'm like, I'll just DM her on Insta.
It'll work.
In my defense, she like responds to my messages. I'm just special like that, guys. Let's check in on the scar. How's it holding up? It's actually, let me just like,
I was gonna say, it
doesn't look too bad, except like the one spot where it cracked, which it just cracked from like me talking. I think that's like, cause I have dimples, so like when I smile it like creases there, and I think it cracked low-key. You know, I don't know if it cracked before or after, but I was so worried during the hot takes panel that I was gonna crack it more because I was like holding back laughter at you just getting more and more traumatized.
That was an interesting panel.
Yeah. Did you like, it was, oh my gosh, wait, okay. Did you notice at the one with like the interesting AI art advertisement, did you notice that on the table there was a collar with a chain attached to it?
No.
There was. That was also, it was like reverse harem thing, and like, it was like, listen, I'm all for reverse harem, but like,
It sounded like
it sounded violent and not with weapons. I mean, maybe, I don't know at this point. Not anymore. Like, not like violent in not the right way.
Yeah.
I'm all for stabbing each other with like swords, like
Yeah.
actual swords.
Actual swords.
Actual swords.
That's great.
We love
We love
actual
that.
swords. They're shiny, they're stabby, they look really cool.
They do look really cool.
Exactly. We're all for stabbing people with actual swords. This is gonna be such a hard vlog to edit. It's all nonsense. Anyways, don't stab people with swords.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Please don't. Please don't. Please do not. I really want to take this off, but I don't want to restyle it for the ball. What if I like, guys, I'm Pippi Longstocking on one side with brown hair.
Just use my 2 bobby pins to pin
To
that
pin
whole
that
braid
whole
up.
braid up
Yeah.
with the stupid like hairpins in it.
No, use the hairpins and just like shove
What
it.
if I do this? Yay.
Yay.
But no, like someone was like, how long did it take you to style your hair? And I was like trying to figure out, like I didn't want to sound like an idiot and be like, it's a wig, if like that's what they meant, but like I wanted to like be like, it's a wig. So yeah, I was like, how long did it take? And then I was mentioning like you had to do the back, and then it was hard when it was like sliding forward and I had to like pin it to the wig cap, which I wouldn't have normally like said that part. But she was like, oh, that's a wig. I'm like, yeah. And then she wanted a whole like description of my actual hair, which I tried to do. Guys, my hair's like, it's red, it bangs, right? It kind of starts being shaggy here and goes to like here, and some days it's curly and some days it's not. I feel like that's my hair right now.
I feel like that sums up your hair right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
For like the past like 5-6 years, every time I see her, which is usually twice a year, I have different hair.
Yeah.
And there has never once been a comment on it, and that is the part that I find so funny.
It's kind of just like normal.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
we see you and you have like
different hair. Yes.
It's like a thing.
Oh, I also got a little thing.
Oh, we got pins.
We got little pins with I think
They're
the
purple.
author's initials. Also,
Yeah.
by the way, when I do my haul, I will be showing you all the business cards and like bookmarks that I grabbed. But I didn't grab any bookmarks from that one author that kept talking because her bookmarks were scary. Fun fact, every single time I listen to a Conan Gray song, this is both a fun fact for you and the plug, every single time I listen to a Conan Gray song, this is like, I have to do it. What I'm picturing is like the plans for a CMV about one of the characters from the 70s. Every single one. So I've created headcanons for characters simply because I couldn't find a character that the Conan Gray song matched. Every single Conan Gray song I matched to like different characters. I'm gonna be real, most of them are either serious or Regulus. So yeah, bye. Bye. This is what I did. I went bye. Bye. I don't know. Okay. So we went to the trading meetup and now my arm looks like this.
My arm, I separated them in between my two arms
See,
because my circulation was
on
getting
this
cut
one,
off.
on this one, I have like a bracelet that's part of the cosplay. Also scar check. I think it's still like functional. It's just like
It looks good.
it's torn in that one spot. But I had my first like I don't know, it's really like a fan interaction, but someone recognized me from my Instagram post, which makes sense because I like posted like the progress of this dress being made, and I like Romance Con reposted some of that, and Brigid Kemmerer reposted some of that. So like it makes sense that people who were like coming here and a fan of Brigid Kemmerer would know that. And then we got to talk to her about the books, which was fun. Yeah, we got to like nerd out with someone who like understands the books. And then I got a bunch new things at the trading meetup, like a lot of new things. So
10,000 stickers.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So ready? I leave the ball for like a minute to go to the bathroom, and I come back and they're halfway through playing Golden from K-pop TV. But I'm not mad because I got back for the second half.
Okay, love you.
And it was awesome. And it like healed something within me ever since I went to the like
Sorry. Sorry.
ever since I went to the sing-along in the theaters and no one was singing. And it was like the worst. Today had been like an awful day already, and that just like made it worse. So yeah, being able to like I like as soon as I heard it, I like ran here. So I was there for the second half. Perfect. Whoa, okay, it's like after. Like it's been a week now, but I'm sick, so ignore my voice. We're just gonna go through like a few of the things, but like literally almost all of this was free. Those are the only things I bought. Way too much free stuff. Who trusted me with this? I have a signature from an author who like ran out of books to sell and was just like giving out signatures. I don't have a book to put this in. I just have the random signature. This is amusing me. Woo. I guess we should like tackle the business cards because I have so many. The fact that this says lifetime member is the funniest part to me. Facts. These are calling me out. I found more business cards. One gave us chocolate that they promised like wasn't poison, which makes me suspicious. And I found these. And my cousin found one of Weston and then also one of Corrick. But we found them like after the signings, otherwise we would have had Bridget sign them. We found them at the like trading thing. It's a random Sharpie, I guess, for like annotating. I don't really annotate my books though. I am a theater kid though, so like Sharpies are definitely helpful. Woo, butterfly pen. Also a potato. Inside the potato bag we have tiny potato. If it'll wait, it has a face. Oh my gosh, I did not know that it had a face. This is amazing. I love my tiny potato. And it has a little note about tiny potato and a sticker and a business card. And they had little cute like annotation packets, which if this will focus, my cousin did get one. Whoops, I don't, because I don't annotate my books. They were very cute and they gave me a tiny potato. too many stickers to discuss every single one, but I actually had this one and I lost it and I was very sad. And then I found it at this convention and I'm very happy. So just kind of like go over all of them. Sorry, some of them are like upside down. My favorites, nope. What? Oh yeah, Grumpy and Sunshine. I actually like love this one because of the charm and like the colors, and it like fits very well. This one says, I heart werewolves, and by that I mean Remus Lupin. Book Travert, very true. Also, I don't know if I ever showed you guys the second ribbon I got. So I've officially gotten 2 ribbons at a convention, which is the most that I've ever gotten, because I've only ever gotten 1 other ribbon before. That's kind of sad. But it's okay, because I got all of this, and it's awesome. Maybe I'll stop being sick soon. Yay. Hi, jump scare. Yes, I'm Yvonne from Alien Stage Hanahaki AU. Don't ask. I also have a flower crown. It's just across the room. I don't feel like grabbing it. I have been like procrastinating filming the end to this vlog because I definitely wasn't gonna film right after the masquerade ball. Like, we got back so late at night, so tired and just drained. And I couldn't find a time before this was due to come out when I wanted to put on a full face of makeup and film. But I'm in a full face of makeup right now and I have time to film. I'm just, like I said, Yvonne from Alien Stage. So we're just gonna move on from that. If you want to see my vlog from when I was Yvonne from Alien Stage at Comic-Con, that will be coming out in 2 Tuesdays from now. Because next Tuesday will be day 1 of con, and 2 Tuesdays will be day 2 of con, which is this cosplay. So, I did want to share one other story that happened that I just like never really ended up sharing, which is we went to Shake Shack for dinner, yes. And we were in like our cosplays and we're getting like some weird looks, whatever. But then there's this little girl from across the room who yells, "Look, Daddy, a princess!" And I looked over and like smiled, and the dad smiled and waved back, so I assumed it would be okay for me to approach. So I did. I walked over, and the little girl sinks down in her seat and hides under the table, and the dad's like, "Oh, she's hiding under the table right now, but she really loves princesses." So I bent down so that I could see her under the table. And I didn't realize this until afterwards, but sometimes on my feed what pops up is like Disney princesses or party princesses. I slipped into their voice, and I go, "Hello there." And it's like, I don't talk like that. My character doesn't talk like that. Like, I don't know where that came from. I was like, "Hello there. Are you also a princess?" And she like smiled and giggled, and I was like, "Wow, it's so nice to meet another princess out here." And it was just like a very short little interaction. But then I was sitting over here and she's over here with like her 2 sisters, and anytime I looked over at her, she'd be staring at me and she'd catch my eye and smile and giggle and then like sink back down because she was very shy. But that was just really sweet. And I'm also thinking about that poor father trying to explain when he gets home. Yeah, we were at a Shake Shack and then a princess showed up. Who knows? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I know this like second half of the vlog has been less of a vlog and more of like me yapping. That's because I didn't want to like film during the day, like while I was like going around too much. Like the first part of the day was more chill, like we were trying to just walking around and chatting, but when we were talking to all the different like authors and stuff, I didn't really want to be vlogging then. And then there was like by the way, the time my cousin and I were sitting at the table talking, that is 30 minutes of uncut footage, okay? I don't know what the final time is, but that was 30 minutes of me rambling nonsense to my camera. But I hope that you were able to still enjoy this part of the vlog, and I had a ton of fun, and I feel like I don't actually talk that much about like meeting Brigid Kemmerer, so I'm just going to for a sec. I have her books right here and right here. So this is the copy that I got at a book sale, I swear like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And now it's signed, and I'm not going to show it because it has my name and I don't feel like blurring it out. But like the fact that it is the copy Like, I almost wish that I had brought, like, my original copy of Forging Silver into Stars. The thing is I ordered it signed. I first read it on ebook, loved it so much, I ordered a signed copy of it. So I didn't really want her to, like, sign it again. But I'll be honest, I was skeptical of my theory about Salem the cat. I kind of thought that I would say that and she'd be like, wow, I didn't actually think of that. But it was on purpose, and that just makes her even more of a genius. Please read her books. Please read her books. If you've read her books, comment below right now, please. I need to talk to someone about her books. Now, unfortunately, I realized this a couple days ago, which is I was trying to be like, when I met Lee Bardugo and Brigid, I kept being like, I should bring them something, but I don't really make like bracelets. And I remembered very recently that when I met Saba Tahir last year, I made her bookmarks. Like, I used graphic design tools to design bookmarks with quotes from her books. So I really, really wish I had done that with both Lee Bardugo and Brigid Kemmerer. But it's okay. Because we can't dwell on the past because we can't change it. So, I mean, we can dwell on the past, but we can't change it. Unless you have a time machine. But I don't have one. So. But it was really incredible. Meaning, like, any of my favorite authors is incredible because they're, like, my heroes. For me, reading is, like, everything. And kind of always has been everything. And so the fact that I've been able to meet my top 3 favorite authors, which are, by the way, Lee Bardugo, Brigid Kemmerer, Saba Tahir, within a year is crazy. And also, I've been in the same room as Rick Riordan, but he doesn't do, like, personalized meet and greets anymore. But I was in the same room as him, like a couple years ago when The Sun and the Star came out. So yeah, that was my RomanceCon vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I make all kinds of cosplay content, vlog content, especially relating to cosplay, and I also make videos like in character as the character, like acting as them and stuff. I've done some with like Percy Jackson, Telemachus from Epic the Musical. I have a lot more planned in the future. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe. Also, like I said, in 2 weeks you'll understand why I'm in this cosplay now. And I have a whole pile of merch in front of me that I won't show now. You have to wait 2 weeks to see it all, but it's some pretty cool merch. So you should subscribe so that you can see that. If you want to support my channel, you can like the video. That helps show the algorithm, or you can share the video. You can even just share and copy the link. That would help me so much. You don't have to send the link anywhere. You could though. And if you would like to comment what your favorite fantasy book is, because I would love to hear. Personally, my favorite fantasy book is Six of Crows, but Forging Silver into Stars by Brigid Kemmerer is a very close second. So if you know either of those books, I'd love to know what your favorite character is, or if you have any book recommendations for me, or just any book that you like. I'd love chatting about books. And that is all for this vlog. Thank you so much if you got to the end. Thank you. Also, in a second, a couple videos are going to pop up recommended. If you could like click one of them and just watch for like 3 seconds, that shows the algorithm that you really love my content and it'll help boost my channel so much. So I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you could take those 3 seconds to do that. That's all. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you all in the next video.